unbelievable. I'm not saying it's not possible, but they haven't released the autopsy, and they put out some statement like we're all 5 years old and we're reading some comic book. He's the Man of Steel, and it was just barely underneath his skin, so it didn't come out.
What happened here was a miracle, and I want you to fucking acknowledge it.
All right, it was a miracle. Can we go now?
Okay, all right. Now, a couple of videos ago, we went over a shot, which seemed like potentially somebody shot from the window, which would make sense for this angle. We also went over the fact that it could be a reflection.
Me, I first seen this and thought straight away, holy shit, that is the bullet. It matches the exit wound. It also matches the shirt puffing up and the angle of the entry and exit. I needed another angle just to gang violence.
Now I am pointing more towards a reflection because there is new video or new pictures of what seems like a guy standing up on a ridge. A lot of people are potentially calling it a plant. To me, it looks like it may be somebody posing as security. I am inclined to believe this is the person, but at the same time, I have to ask myself again, if this is truly a professional hit, would they be that close? How did no one see? You're telling me that everybody in the crowd didn't have eyes up there, or somebody didn't see. But at the same time, we don't know. It's 100% possible. Anything is possible at this point. I mean, the story that the FBI came out with and has said several times now is just total nonsense. And if it's not nonsense, give us some level of proof. So here is my thought on this. I think it was somebody from over there. I'm having a hard time believing it's the guy perched up there, but it very well could be. I can't confirm if that's a guy, if it's a plant, if it's a damn garden gnome, if somebody was hiding behind it, who knows? But at this point, this does not seem like just some random trans kid pulled this whole thing off. This had to have been some level of operation, whether it's an operation in that entire community or somebody else. But the one thing that we can all agree on, I'm hoping, I mean, most people who watch me definitely own guns, have shot guns, and potentially have hunted. So I think one thing we can all agree on is that if it was a 30-06 round, if it was, that is the smallest exit I have ever seen on a 30-06. But if it was a 30-06, that's for sure the exit. But I don't think it was. I think it was something like a 5.56 or even a pistol round. But what are we legitimately supposed to think here? The people who run this country don't want us to question anything. They want us to take it at face value and say, yes, we are all ignorant, and we don't own guns, and we don't know how ballistics work, and we don't know the anatomy of a human neck. I mean, for God's sakes, if you were gonna sell it, say something like Charlie had a surgery and he had a steel plate put in his neck. Something. Even that a 30-06 round would have still gone through it. Had a better chance, it's more sellable, but nope. Charlie's vertebrae, just an everyday Wolverine. I really don't know what to think anymore. I keep thinking we get to the end of this and we've got it all figured out. And then more and more just continues to amaze us. And I think we are going to get to a point where the FBI or whoever's involved is just going to have to actually release what happened, because this is nonsense.
What's up, guys? Here to talk about
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've got another Charlie Kirk update for you guys. As you guys know, there's a lot of theories on the internet on how Charlie was assassinated. The official narrative is, at least what we know right now, is Tyler Robinson, 22-year-old guy, assassinated Charlie with a Mauser-type bolt-action rifle chambered in 30-06, this caliber right here, which is devastating. People hunt big game with this thing, bears, and mooses and elks, all that stuff. So it travels about 3,000 feet per second. It is extremely
and this all comes from
and anyways, allegedly
was his
Tyler
name?
Robinson used that rifle and caliber combo and assassinated Charlie from about 150 to 200 yards away from a rooftop nearby.
Red Boy,
And the bullet
Red Boy,
basically
something
entered
like that.
into his neck. We've all seen that video or those videos.
Apparently he
We've talked
posted a
about on this
video of that.
channel and killed Charlie. Now the doctor who operated on
Showed
Charlie as soon as he
the
got to the
blood
hospital
pattern
said Charlie is
when it
a man of
hits
steel,
the back of
as in
the
this caliber that's traveling
back
about
of Charlie's head.
3,000 feet per second.
Pretty
This thing is
crazy. I
incredible.
think a lot of people thought that
This
it was
right
some
here
kind of like
pretty much lodges in his
camera
spine,
or you know like a recording device for
this is
hearing
which is
or
interesting.
you
When
know
this thing first happened, guys,
a
first
microphone
happened,
type
I was like,
deal.
obviously we didn't know what
I
caliber.
really
So
don't
I
know,
said
man.
5.56. And the reason I said that because it's extremely common, and a lot of left-wing folks are trying to ban AR-15. So I figured, you know what? Let's put two and two together. Clearly, a leftist must have killed Charlie. So probably using assault rifle,
Figure this guy out, man.
terminologies, right, to make the AR-15s look bad. But anyways, from the energy transfer, we could just tell that was actually a bigger caliber than AR-5.56.
But yeah,
But still, I was like, man,
love
here's
for
the
y'all to
crazy
get
thing.
in this nursing right
Here's the
instead of
crazy
shows one
Guys,
person,
when this
but I doubt
incident
it.
first happened, within less than an hour, I would say like within half hour, I was contacted by Turkish National News. I think it was the TV 100 over there, and they asked me to give my personal opinion. Now, I'm speaking Turkish on here, but I'm going to have subtitles for you guys, and I'll explain what I'm saying here.
Benim gördüğüm kadarıyla ilk gördüğüm zaman sanki boynundan vurulmuş gibi geldi. Biraz daha yakından analiz ettiğimde bunun yüksek hızla giden bir kalibre olduğunu duyabiliyorum. Zaten üzerinde verdiği etkiden de görebiliyoruz. Bu ciddi bir şekilde hızlı giden bir mermi. Yani biz 800 ile 1000 metre saniyede 800 ile 1000 metre hızla giden bir merminin vurduğunu düşünüyorum kendisi. Ki düşüncem 5.56'da. Öyle gözüküyor ki kafasının sağından giriyor mermi. Tam sağdan. Öyle gözüküyor ki kafadan sağdan giriyor.
Yani yan taraftan
yön değiştirip boynundan çıkıyor.
sağından ateş ediliyor yani.
Öyle gözüküyor. Bu bilgi resmi olarak bende yok. Sadece videoları analiz ettiğim zaman bana öyle kafadan vurulup boynundan çıkıyor gibi gözüküyor.
As you guys saw, within about, let's just say an hour after Charlie's incident, I said, hey man, initially I thought he shot directly in the neck. But after further analysis, I analyzed a couple more videos, it appears to me that he's getting shot by a high caliber, high velocity rifle caliber and hitting him in the side of the head and exiting from his neck. And I said, it appears, maybe I'm thinking it's 5.56, but again, I think I'm off there. I really think that was a much larger caliber than a 5.56. At least 7.62 by 51, commonly known as 308, or bigger. If it's a 30-06, I believe that too. But again, 30-06 hitting the head, yeah, I mean, I would expect maybe a little bit more devastation than that, but still, I think it's bigger than a 5.56 caliber. So, I don't know if that's true, guys. I don't know what's going on, but one of the questions I had was Charlie's shirt just bouncing off like that. I just couldn't come down to terms with that. Man, a bullet, it just seems like a bullet's going through the shirt too. And if Charlie was indeed shot from the side of the head, and the bullet just exited through his neck, then it would make sense the bullet just traveling, continuing to go through his shirt and lodging to the ground somewhere. I don't know. And I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if Charlie really did get shot in the side of the head. Maybe he did get shot directly in the neck as we know it. But just 30-06, guys, this doesn't make sense to me. 30-06 not going through. It's right here. It's neck, guys. There's not much here. I know there's some thick muscles here, but Charlie's a skinny guy. I don't think he has, you know, he's got a pretty skinny neck. And your spinal cord? I mean, a 5.56, I believe it. 7.2 by 39, I believe it. But a 30-06? I don't know. What do you guys think? And check this video out, guys. This video is actually very interesting. All right, check this video out. Look right here. See, there's something that's splashing right there. Like, that's what I saw initially when it first happened. Then I was like, I think I'm being ridiculous. Then I changed my analysis, let's just say, statement. Look at this. Look, right here, and then instantly from here, this thing bulges up as if something just went passed right through. See what I'm saying? Check this out. Look, and this could be blood. This could very well be just blood. And by the way, when you shoot somebody in the head, you'll have that negative pressure. If you don't believe me, grab yourself a pellet gun, a BB gun, something that's got a pretty good amount of velocity, right? And go to a freaking honeydew melon or, I don't know, watermelon and shoot it. You'll see that it opens up outward. So it may look like an exit wound to some people, but it's actually the entrance. So check that out. That happens like that. But also check this out. All right, check this out, guys. This shirt.
Say goodbye to your reading glasses, computer glasses, and even your sunglasses. Introducing the last pair of glasses you'll ever need, featuring revolutionary German optical technology with automatic focus adjustment. No more expensive eye exams or long waits for new glasses. These patented liquid crystal lenses adjust in milliseconds, providing crystal clear vision whether you're looking at your phone or a distant sign. Plus, they block 99.9% of harmful blue light, ensuring your eyes stay fresh all day. Outdoors, they instantly switch to sunglasses mode, shielding your eyes from harsh glare. The frames are crafted from 6-gram aerospace grade.
Again, like we're looking at it from my right side, shirt right here. The shirt is doing this. Just that side of the shirt. It tells me like a bullet going through it. So check out the shirt. Check it out again. Sorry I have to show all this. I apologize in advance. Unfortunately, we're trying to give some analysis over here and we have to show the video. I really don't want to show the video over and over. But we're trying to do justice to Charlie and everybody else right now. Look at that. Look. That shirt just like, as if something zipping right through it, it just bulges up like that. It's like crazy. Another video. All right, guys, check this thing out. Like, look at it. Right here, there is an object. It only shows up in one frame, and right after that object disappears, Charlie obviously is shot. Watch this. That's it. You see this? Like, watch. Object travels, it's caught in one frame from the right side of Charlie, and he's hit, and his body gives that reaction that as if you'd be shot in the head, or at least the spinal column, the brainstem area. Your body immediately tenses up right there because it just lights out, right? And look at that shirt bulging out like this. So my initial analysis, I'm gonna go back to it. It looks like Charlie's shot from the right side. I may be, again, way off. I don't know what to, like, I really don't know. I don't have, I'm not the one to kind of go out there with conspiracy theories. I don't like that stuff. I really believe in evidence. That's why I'm looking at this. I've seen a lot of people shot in the head. A lot of people. I was a crime scene investigator a while back, and I was a street cop too, but I saw more stuff when I was a crime scene investigator. And we've seen a lot of videos on the internet too. And 30-06 that they were saying, I don't know. It looks like Charlie's shot in the back of the head, or the side of the head, and the bullet exits through his neck. So it tumbles, whatever. What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know your thoughts. This is all I got for you guys. I hate to kind of like show you guys these videos again. I hate to kind of go out there and come up with some conspiracies. But dude, I mean, it never made sense to me. The whole neck shot just didn't make sense to me initially. And I'm no expert, by the way, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribing helps me out tremendously. I'm trying to build this channel up, and the more I get subscribers like you, or the more I can do these contents, that means you guys obviously enjoy them, and I'll continue doing them. So subscribe, and also Instagram, Copperkaya. Guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you on the next one.
See his arm. That's the rifle. 1,000 viewers, but then shit ton of nut jobs and theorists. Yeah, that is true, but they also get a ton of super chats from those nut job conspiracy theorists. So those channels do really well. I'd like it if people with common sense would support my channel when we do the show. You know, isn't that more worthy of being supported? Unfortunately, we only had 350 people watching because we're not. If I had a title that said, "Oh my God, second Goodman verified," you know, oh shit, man, I'd have 6,000 people. So again, you got to support a channel that actually does it the right way. This is cool. But based on how we've been doing.
That's why we built Clever Prep, the fastest way to turn your expertise into a professional online course. Just add your ideas.
You ever feel like you're living inside of a magic show where the trick isn't sawing the lady in half, it's sawing your attention in half? Look at this hand while this one's over here. Tonight I'm going to show you the smoke, the mirrors, and the sleight of hand the media just pulled on millions of people. Strap in. They couldn't let this get out, guys, the main story of the night. I'm going to talk about a few other things, but they could not let the main story of tonight get out because of what had just occurred. Now, let's start with Act 1, the Kimmel Circus. Everybody's favorite late night TV. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Jimmy Kimmel suspended. Man, the Patriots cheered. Trump got him. Leftists cried censorship. They're all over. Tears. You had Angelina Jolie today saying the worst thing in history. Blah, 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 blah. Right? They were saying, man, the FCC is pulling the strings. And what happened? Oh, man, today says, you know what? Jimmy Kimmel Live's coming back on tonight. Back on the air. That's it. Curtain down. Show's over. So, no, not like the media alleged. Now, they try to blame Trump from censoring Jimmy Kimmel. The FCC didn't boot him. But you got to think, man, like the left was crying about this dude getting the wrist slap. And look, I cheered too. I ain't gonna lie, I can't stand this dude. But I had a feeling it was all smoke. But anyway, they're crying about this dude right here and saying, "Oh no, free speech." They weren't saying that whenever PayPal canceled you because of what you posted or sold online. Bank of America didn't freeze his accounts, they froze yours. The FBI didn't raid his studio, they raided yours. Or I guess your podcast or whatever. No angry mob burned him out of his house. None of that. His bosses thought, look, man, the joke was ill-timed. They hit pause, headlines detonated. Now, surprise, he's back like nothing happened. You got to get tired of that, right? But anyway, them crying that this is cutting free speech. Free speech means you don't go to jail. Okay, that means. And unfortunately, remember the guy who did the meme of Hillary Clinton? That dude went to jail. Okay, that is against First Amendment. Now, in the real world, it sucks because I want complete free speech, right? No censorship. This dude didn't get censored, man. He got shut down for a few days. And they cried. It's also upsetting, though, a lot of us cheered and nothing happened, man. It's theatrics. Manufactured outrage to feed the outrage machine. Because that's what they love doing. They love keeping us divided. They love keeping us worked up. Oh, man, they're coming after free speech. They're doing that, this, and that. Now, Trump did go on a rampage talking about cutting out certain news and this and that. And he did address the Smith-Monk Act, okay? That's Obama. He kept it in play where basically the media, the government can lie to you, okay? Now, another thing Trump has talked about is the Pentagon, okay? Pentagon, where we have news outlets reporting false information about our military activities, which they should not be doing. That's not something you should be doing. You should not be alarming American people with nonsense. And this is where the Smith-Monk Act comes in, and you're talking about, you know, Project Mockingbird, where they're gaslighting the public to believe various things, okay? Now, again, everybody fell for it, including me. Conservatives claimed to win. I thought we got to win. We got Jimmy Kimmel off the air. I've been dying for that guy to get kicked off the air. He spends all night, every night, just crying, whining, right? But then the leftists, they scream depression. Finally, what we've been dealing with for the past forever. But the thing is, they made the outrage so both sides would dance exactly where the stage managers wanted them to. Okay, classic sleight of hand. It pushed it propulsion into the news stream. Everyone was talking about it. I've seen, dude, every conservative influencer posting it. Every leftist person, I don't even know if they have those types of people. They're not influencing anybody. But they were posting, oh man, freedom of speech. It's funny, like whenever they were pro-gun, whenever Hunter Biden was about to go to jail for filling out his slip wrong. Crazy. Just the other week, Biden was talking about banning guns for trans, and then they're like, no, Second Amendment. Like, you can't make this stuff up, right? But you got to look at a pattern check, what I call a pattern check. Ask yourself this: while you were glued to the Jimmy Kimmel soap opera, what may have you missed? Because every time they shove a clown into the spotlight, it means something more important is happening in the dark. I've talked about this over and over again for years. And I learned about this from this one newscaster that used to be on Fox News, okay? She runs a Instagram account called Smarter News. I think she's on YouTube now as well, but I had her on the show before many years ago. She was on Fox a long time ago. Anyway, she said that most legislation happens on Friday night. They slip it in when everybody's out on the weekend looking at sports ball and so on, and they slip these things in. And then so you come in Monday morning, there's a new news cycle, who won the big sports ball game, and so on. You don't listen to it, you don't pay attention to it, so it's part of the programming. They don't do this stuff by accident, guys. They've been playing this for a very long time. So you have to ask yourself, what are they slipping through? Now, what they slipping through is Act 2, the Ryan Ruth trial. Okay? Enter story number 2. The one you didn't see trending. Ryan Ruth, the man accused of trying to assassinate Trump on the golf course. His federal trial is happening right now. Courtrooms packed, evidence rolling in, jurors were shown. Listen to this. Because I made a lot of videos about that. And, they've talked about foreign intelligence, this and that. But one big thing that nobody's talking about because of the Jimmy Kimmel outrage and so on is that back in March 2024, just a little bit prior to him trying to get at Trump on the golf course, $162,000 landed in his daughter's bank account. Say what? Yes. $162,000. Same day, money starts moving between other accounts. It's not a meme. It's not a TikTok clip. That is evidence. So tell me, man. And then Thomas Crooks, dude, we don't know anything about the guy. I know everything about Tyler Robinson. Okay? I know nothing about Thomas Crooks to this day. A ghost, a phantom. Phantom. He had 7 cell phones on him. Ryan Routh had 12, I think. And we know nothing about Thomas Crooks. He had offshore accounts. Now we got Ryan Routh getting $162,000 thrown in his account. Strange. And meanwhile, we have his daughter going on camera saying, hey man, Dad's a kind-hearted man. He would never hurt anyone. Trying to tug on the heartstrings, sympathy clips, spreading. Social media eats up that stuff because sympathy drives clicks. Sympathy doesn't erase those wire transfers, ma'am. Sympathy doesn't erase those Venmo records. Sympathy doesn't erase the timestamps, okay? Right? This is where you had the divide, man. Courts deal in receipts. Social feeds deal in feelings. It's facts over feelings. Let me play the clip for you.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your exact address in just seconds. Imagine pulling up your neighborhood, spotting your roof, your street, even the landmarks around you, all in real time from an aerial view. It's like having your own personal window to the world right on your screen. This tool is simple to use. Just type in an address and instantly explore detailed satellite imagery with incredible clarity and precision. Whether you're curious about your home, checking out a vacation spot, or just exploring places you've always wanted to visit, it's all right here. Discover the power of seeing your world from above. Don't just hear about it, experience it. Try this free satellite Earth Maps tool today and see your world like never before.
Do this to raise your credit score fast? Have you seen this guy before? The guy that says,
paying your bills on time raises your credit score, right? Wrong.
Well, you might want to listen to this. If you're one of the 153 million Americans with a credit score below 720, it's probably because you haven't seen this 5-minute credit trick. This makes scores pop in minutes. People who want to raise their credit score need to stop falling for these 3 major credit lies and use this 5-minute trick instead. In days, you'll find yourself soaring right through this secret loophole in the credit system where you can watch in amazement as your scores go to the moon. How?
Top experts from Harvard Law School revealed a shocking discovery while studying consumer protection laws. These legal experts were stunned to find that all low credit scores stem from one of 3 lies being told by the big banks and credit bureaus.
Pop quiz. What's the fastest way to raise your credit score? Is it A, pay your bills on time, B, hire a credit repair agency, C, remove inquiries, or D, none of the above?
You see, credit scores have nothing to do with paying your bills on time or keeping your balances low. These are just 2 of the smoke screens hiding how banks really pull the strings on your credit scores. And here's the truth.
Never hire a credit repair agency. The next thing you know, you'll be renting forever. The credit code has finally been cracked for good. Most people have no clue that in 2025, there's a hidden law that allows any American to raise their credit scores in just weeks from the comfort of home. In fact, if you use this weird 11-word phrase, you can finally relax. Car dealers, mortgage brokers, landlords, employers, banks, even dates. They'll roll the red carpet out for you. You'll get VIP treatment at restaurants, business class upgrades at the airport, free hotel stays whenever you travel, and everything will be cheaper.
When I started, my scores were somewhere around the high 500s to low 600s, and within maybe around 6 months, I had climbed into the mid 700s. At that point, I was able to buy a house.
Ended up increasing my score by 60 points.
All the steps, I was able to take my credit score and raise it up 151 points.
There's never been a credit-boosting controversy like this in history. This secret document was just released exposing a bulletproof credit hack that's going viral on social media. Before discovering this, Mark lost his job of 20 years and was hit with repossessions, multiple accounts in collections, and 57 late payments. Today, he's in the 800 club without paying off debt, hiring a repair agency, or knowing a single thing about credit. For goodness sakes, try this trick. I know that's hard to imagine, but you must admit, it's not hard to figure out why the banks, credit card companies, and other powers that be don't want you to learn this information. The lower your score plummets, the more profits they rake in. So don't wait another second. Do yourself a favor. Tap the button below this video, and you can use this viral 5-minute credit trick right now. You'll fly through this loophole in no time and send your credit scores soaring while you unlock tens of thousands of dollars in new credit and enjoy the taste of sweet revenge against any of the loan sharks who rejected you in the past. Best of all, you'll finally be in, and a whole new world of status and opportunity will open at your feet.
My score was 595, and my scores now across the board is over 700.
My wife's scores jumped 124 points.
I'm now well into the 800.
Tap the button below this video, and you can use the viral 5-minute credit trick right now. Tap the button below this video to boost your scores before it's too late.
The daughter of Ryan Ruth, charged with attempting to assassinate Donald Trump, is speaking out for the first time in an interview you will see only on WPDF 25 News. Tonight, she is sharing how it feels to watch her father in court and what she hopes happens now. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Felicia Rodriguez. Investigative reporter Terry Parker just spoke with Sarah Ruth, who says she wants the world to know the truth about her father.
Despite the fact that he is on trial for allegedly attempting to shoot and kill Donald Trump last year, Sarah Ruth tells me that her father, Ryan Ruth, is a kind and gentle man who has never hurt anyone and who believes in the simple things in life.
I just wanted the world to know who my dad is for who he is and not for what the media has painted him out to be.
Sarah Ruth says her father, Ryan Ruth, is a loving father who spent his life helping others and doing good for the community.
I mean, like, he's never wronged anybody. He's always been
Had never wronged anybody, but he tried to assassinate the president. Kind-hearted.
devoted to helping other people, and he doesn't understand why there's not more support out there.
Well, I mean,
I understand. I understand clearly.
he is on trial for allegedly attempting to assassinate a presidential candidate, which most people would say is not a good, kind, or gentle thing.
Yeah, no comment.
Yeah, no comment, of course.
Sarah did not want to say anything about
How much money did she get to say this from a foreign intelligence agency?
her dad's defense strategy or the state's case that Ruth allegedly planned to kill Donald Trump and set in a sniper's nest with a semi-automatic rifle before being spotted by a Secret Service agent. She does say she supports him 100%. She's been in court every day and calls him every night in jail, where he prepares for another day of representing himself, which Sarah says is not going well. She calls it bullying.
They shut down every time he tries to say anything. And maybe he's not saying it right, but he's trying to say he's trying to get his point across, but he can't get that far. He gets shut down before he even gets to, explain it. So it's really frustrating for us to watch.
Sarah's brother Orrin Ruth is slated to testify in his father's behalf. Sarah says she's just trying to be there for her dad.
What do you hope to come out of this trial? You can look right at it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I hope my dad comes home. But we'll see.
The prosecution saying today they plan to rest their case by Thursday of next week, and then it will be Ryan.
At what point did this man think it was a good idea to represent himself as well? Like, he didn't have somebody like just say, hey, dude, maybe you shouldn't try this. And you wonder why things are getting shut down. It's because you're not a freaking attorney, right? But the thing is why is it that she is speaking so highly of him? She had $160,000 moved in, wire transfers everywhere. But the brother, now, he's going to testify a completely different story. That Ryan Ruth's a psychopath, okay? But again, it's facts over feelings, man. So the thing is what she's trying to do is trying to sugarcoat everything, and most people let feelings win. That's how the real story gets buried under the hashtags, okay? Now, the thing is, I want to tell you this. People, nobody's talking about this. This man tried to take out Donald Trump as well right after Thomas Crooks, who's a ghost, a phantom operative. But then Ryan Routh, right after, tries to do the same thing. Why are you not hearing about this? Right? You're not hearing about the court transcripts. You're not hearing about anything. You're just seeing this lady paint a picture that he's some awesome dad. Now, well, that should have been a huge story. It should have been. Let's talk about Act 3, the Gulfport horror. This is the darkest story of the week, and the one you didn't even hear about. Unless you live in maybe Florida, Gulfport, you might have heard about it. A 38-year-old woman named Kirsten Strang riding her e-bike. A 22-year-old drunk behind the wheel of his Nissan Altima hits her at a high rate of speed. Her body lands on a windshield. He drives 8 blocks with her body stuck there before it finally falls off. She dies at the scene. Guess what he does? He flees. He flees. Cops catch him. They give him a DUI, manslaughter, vehicular homicide, leaving the scene. Now, they did give him a bail option, just FYI. That's not a car accident. That's horror. That is horror. Now, I don't know anything about Kirsten, but she's 38. Probably has some people in her life, maybe some kids, what have you, out for an e-bike ride. This should have been 24/7 national news, every outlet blasting this. But let me tell you something right now. If the pigmentation was changed, you better believe there would be riots. There would be absolute chaos in Florida. Kirsten would have rioters outside her house. Her family would be getting death threats. But instead, What we have is crickets, just local blurbs, not even national news, buried on page 6. Why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't sell the story corporate media wants to push. No hashtags, no fundraising, no campaigns, no Hollywood tears. Not one actor has said anything about this. They hadn't posted anything on their social media. Just silence. And now we have a grieving family, but that doesn't trend on social media. Doesn't trend. Doesn't catch the attention. It's the playbook, right? And here's the playbook. If the machine, if it makes the machine money, or feeds their agenda full blast, if it threatens the narrative or stirs the wrong outrage, we need to bury it. Kimmel's suspension, perfect theater. Ralph's bank transfers, too real, too messy, covered up. Gulfport hit and run, man, doesn't serve the script. That's how information warfare works in 2025. It's propaganda campaigns. You're not being informed, you're being managed. What do you think the algorithm is? The algorithm is designed to fuel your mind and to push you down a certain road. Hence why they shut down people like myself, because they don't want truth coming out. They don't want you to see this. This is why, oh man, I checked and I'm unsubscribed to you. I get that all the time. Oh man, I hadn't seen a video of yours. My best friend said, dude, I hadn't seen one of your videos pop up in my feed in 4 months. Now, I'm gonna give you, because I always like to give you actionable steps. Quick field drill for you. Next time you see a viral clip, okay, ask yourself 3